Okay, let's do a store review for livewe.com. And the way that this store review is going to work is it's broken down into two different sections. Section one is going to be the site elements section. It's going to have to deal with the actual on-site elements of your store, like mostly branding, color scheme, banners, how you set up the conversion theme. And then the second section will be the Shopify setup section. We'll have to deal with different integrations, email marketing, pages, policies, all the kind of setup things that you need to make Shopify work the way that we need it for print on demand. So jumping into the first part, site elements, numbers 1 and 2 are both about the niche. Number 1 is, does your color scheme make sense for the niche? And your niche is kind of, in my opinion, like a lifestyle niche, kind of similar to the causes niche. Causes would be like things where, it's in support of diabetes or in support of cancer patients, whatever. So you kind of have like a human goodwill component to that, which means I think you want to be, a very friendly color scheme, very colorful, which I think you do a great job over here in terms of the banners. I think the logo could just go for more colors, and I'm glad that we have one color on here. We could continue to focus on purple as our main color, which we see a lot here, but I think something like this would be a great option for, at least for the colors of your logo, showing a lot of different colors, just like you're showing over here. There's a lot of different colors, which I think is really strong. So color scheme wise, at least the first half of this, in terms of, do you have a color scheme that makes sense for the niche? I think you do. I think number 2 is a little bit more important. Did we implement it correctly? And this is where we're going to go through and individually talk about each item that can be changed or edited to associate with our color scheme. And we'll also talk about the logo, but I think overall, purple, as we see here, purple is definitely the color that you use most often. And you don't need to have, it doesn't need to be purple. It can be whatever color you want. But we want to have one color that just makes the most sense and that becomes associated with the brand. So purple is going to be the color, and then what we're going to be able to do is really put it in every section that we can in terms of the conversion theme. So we're going to start on the home page. This top bar we're going to change to purple, and it's very important whenever I say purple here, we're always using the same shade. So in fact, this purple over here and the logo looks a bit different than the purple over here in this banner. And I happen to like this kind of shade of purple, but either way, just pick one shade. If you're going to go with this one, make sure you update the logo. And then we're going to make this background bar purple as well. We're going to obviously have to change this text. And a big thing that we're going to change is we're going to be taking out green. All right, green is a good conversion color, but it doesn't always make sense for your logo or for your color scheme. And in this case, we don't have green in our logo at all. We have it in our secondary stuff here, but purple is still the predominant color. So we're going to be removing green pretty much universally from our color scheme. This will turn all white. This button should be purple with white text on the inside. Or it could be vice versa, a white button with purple text. Either way, the main background over here, this main top bar on all pages, is going to be purple. Over here, I like what you did in terms of the banner image here. The one issue is when we go onto mobile, as you see when we scroll into something smaller, it just stacks on top. It's taking up a lot of space on the home page over here. Not necessarily a bad thing, but we might want to create an image that is less tall, right? And instead we just have one wide image instead of 3 individual images, or an image that is pretty much the same height universally. Because on desktop it just scrolls a long way, but even more on mobile, which is obviously even more important, just scrolls even further until we actually get to some product. So we know we have the ability to just have one big background image on top here that could work, or we could just edit the sizing here to make it fit, or maybe just have something where instead of having the repeated images here, we could just have this going horizontal. So you could still have live, you could still have your globe logo, and then you could still have we just going horizontally, and that would also, again, on mobile work because it would stack nicely on top of each other. So just a couple options, but the bottom line is we want to definitely take up a little bit less room over here so we can get to the products quicker. I like that we have this. I think this is super important for your brand. I think it reads well as well. I would actually just keep this exact setup here. I think it's also a good image just in terms of lots of color. But what I do want to have is further up is product. So it takes a while to get to product, so we can rearrange a little bit inside of our theme panel. We can kind of just move these along, but I wouldn't go further than this section without showing a product. So it could literally just be rearranging. This could just get flip-flopped with the Why You Can Trust. And, oops, let's scroll back up here. Yeah, so we could really just, like I said, have the products higher up, a little bit higher up on the list. So to rearrange it, it's going to be logo section, or I'm sorry, background image section, about us section, today's featured products, why you can trust us, highlighted product today, collections. We could pretty much leave this as is. Really like the blog post section. We'll talk more about that later. And then moving to the footer, we're also going to update the background color to be purple as well. In between here, there's going to be a lot of other things that turn purple. For example, this will want to change to be this background color to be purple. Over here where we have pricing being green, pretty much anytime we have green, we're going to replace with purple. Okay, so we'll have green numbers over here. Background bars, borders, also purple. Right? And the main reason that we're doing this is we want everyone to associate us with that one main color. And that's going to be purple in this case. Very important, we're going to update our button color. And this is all done inside of your theme panel, inside of online store, theme, and then customize theme. Go to the color section, and we're just going to, like I said, use that same shade of purple for everything. Prices, buttons, lines, backgrounds, all that great stuff. Moving on to the catalog page, really things are kind of universal in terms of the header and footer. So we're going to be updating all of our navigation outlines. Right, again, anything that's green is going to turn purple. So we'll have a lot of purple on this page. Of course, the buttons will be purple as well, and so will the footer. Now, super important when we go on to an actual product page. So on the product page, again, it's going to be using the same header. So we'll have purple on top here. We'll have our logo. Our cart, again, anything that's green is going to turn to purple. So we'll have a lot of purple here on the page. And purple, we're going to ensure that we have purple pricing and purple buttons. Icons look good. They're just going to be basically black, white, which is our secondary set of colors, which is totally fine. I like the trust icons as well. We're going to come back and totally redo this section. I'll give you my 3-part product description. Related products look good. I really like actually that we have the you might also like section. Really, I think it's, in terms of your catalog, showing a lot of colors is always a good thing. So more product, the better. So I think that looks good. This will all change, of course, to purple. Pretty straightforward on the using the conversion theme here. Really, the only big changes that we're making in terms of look and feel so far are the color shift. So number 3, we're talking about professional logo. I like the logo a lot. Like I said earlier, I think that this might be a better logo than this, just because we have more colors, as opposed to just having different shades of skin tones over here for the logo. I also think a big thing that you want to do, and this is, I think, important to shrink some of this extra white space that's wasted. We want to have a horizontal logo. So kind of similar to what I was saying here, how we could have, live and then the logo, or it could even have the logo and then it says live we, whatever. What we want to do is adjust the logo so the icon is over here to the left of the text, and then the text goes to the right. And the reason why that's going to improve the look of the site is that it's going to shrink this navigation a lot. Instead of having all this white space, the logo, if it's really only this tall, it's going to eliminate all the text here for the that's currently being used here on the text section. So having a horizontal logo makes sense. I think really you don't have to go with this exact logo, but I think that this as the icon and then live we as the text to the right of it would make a really vibrant, in terms of the colors, a really vibrant logo there that you could use. Number 4, going back to the product page, we talked about this in terms of color. Color's getting most of the changes on here, right? We have purple up here, we have purple here, purple price, purple button. We're going to redo all of the description later on, but the sizing chart looks good, and obviously the related product section looks good. So you don't really need to change much for the conversion theme when you have the product page set up like that. Number 5 is add to cart button color. It's not set right now, but that's because we're changing everything to purple. So once we change that, you'll be able to have that set up correctly. Number 6 is proper add to cart button text. I use add to cart. You use add to cart. Nothing needs to be changed there. Definitely the way to go. The other option is buy it now. And by the way, I don't believe that there's really any difference in terms of those texts. Number 7. Okay, so now we want to go to Shopify checkout, customized with branding. So we're going to go into the cart, but we're going to go past the cart. We're going to go to the checkout page. And there's a couple things that we want to see here. Of course, all of this is going to change. All the green is going to automatically change to purple because you're going to be updating your color scheme there. Coming over here now, on the checkout page, we want to see as much similarity from this page to the other pages. So the logo is good. Obviously, we're going to update the logo. But you see now we have blue here. And this is also just a great opportunity for us to use purple again, right? We don't have blue anywhere in our theme. Blue's not part of our main colors. They didn't see blue buttons at any point of the purchase. So again, we want this page to look as similar as possible. You don't have full control of over it, But if they see blue, blue outlines and blue buttons and blue check boxes, that doesn't correspond with the color scheme that they just saw. And this is a super important page because obviously you're asking for their personal information and their credit card. So we just want to update this color scheme. And if you do update the logo, make sure you update it here. Another reason why you go for a horizontal logo is that it could take up more space rather than just be kind of constrained over here. It could be a much wider logo. But either way, you want to have obviously the exact same logo that you have here on this page as well. And this is inside of your theme panel, your customized theme in the checkout settings. Number 8 is trust badges present on the product page. You have 2 sets of these. I like both of them. This looks really good. Don't need to make any change there at all. Number 9, trust badges on the on other pages, typically in the footer where you have your social media icons. So we should have them in the footer and on the navigation. So that looks good. I would add Instagram just to have, especially if you want to scale your ads onto Instagram, you're going to need to have an Instagram page anyway. Just having more social media accounts will add trust. Number 10, social media integration. Just want to make sure this is linked to the right place. We just talked about adding Instagram, but we're going to have this page over here. Looks like this is the right page. As this loads, I'll talk about the navigation, which is the next point. We need to add a bunch of things to the navigation. So you're going to find this in online store and then the navigation section. And you have 2 navigations. You have your header and your footer navigation. The footer navigation isn't shown typically on default for the conversion theme, so you don't have to worry about it. But the header navigation, you obviously need to set up. And what we really want to do here is obviously promote product, but we also just want to have a navigation that looks normal. And just coming over here, seeing that this looks good in terms of a matching page. So over here on the navigation, we want to have home and we want to have catalog, but then we need to add a bunch of pages. And we'll talk about the actual content in these pages in the next section. But we're going to have home, catalog, bestsellers, which is just going to be a new collection that you'll create. So inside of products, in the back end, you'll click on collections and you'll create a collection called bestsellers. And you'll simply just put in any products that you want to promote as your bestsellers there. You'll also add that into your navigation. You go to online store, you go click on navigation, and then you add the bestsellers category or collection right over here. So it's going to say home, catalog, bestsellers. Then you're going to add a page called FAQ. I'll show you a template for that in the next section. And then you're going to add a page called Contact Us. We absolutely need to have that page, and that will close out your navigation. So you'll have 5 pages on the navigation: home, catalog, bestsellers, new page, FAQ, new page, Contact Us. All right, next on the list, urgency and scarcity. So basically, what I don't want to see is any fake countdown timers where you see those big numbers or big countdown numbers going to 0. Right? You don't have that. We're going to add in some urgency and scarcity in the product description, so we'll leave that for now. Number 13, you definitely have this in 2 sections: related products. I like the related product section built in. I also like that you might also like. I like this section even better because of all the color that it's showing in your product. So that's a really good option to have there. Definitely keep all that. Moving right forward into the next section, the Shopify setup section. Number 1, we're talking about mobile optimized site. Using the conversion theme, all of your pages are mobile optimized. I think the only thing to consider is potentially changing the background banner image so we only just have one wide image here rather than the 3 stacked ones. Otherwise, I think that this, as you see, everything kind of just aligns nicely into into the 1-column mobile setup. But really, the conversion theme you already know is mobile optimized, so you're good to go there. Number 2 is Contact Us. So we absolutely need to have a Contact Us page on here. And the way that we're going to do that is inside of the Shopify backend. You'll go and you'll create a new page. And on that page, you can literally just use, I'll show you an example. You'll just use the contact template form. Every theme has one. Conversion theme obviously has one. And you'll see over here, we'll want it to be, like I mentioned, on the navigation as well. Let's see where I'll show you an example page real quick. But, and this is also going to be effect for the next one, the FAQ page. We're going to be adding 2 new pages. So once this loads, I'll bring up a a new page, and then you're going to be adding those to your navigation, so I'll show you how to do that as well. Okay, so we're in an online store. And we're going to go to Pages. And every theme has this. You go under Pages, you're going to click on Add New. And then once we get there, there's going to be a section that allows us to select the page template. This is where we're going to get those contact form, where they'll literally just be able to put their inputs in. So Add Page. We'll name it Contact Us, and then we're going to come over here and select Page.contact. So this would automatically, and I'll just put anything here, this will automatically create a page with a contact form that will automatically, when they press send, just send off to your main email. So for FAQs, the only difference really is that you need to have a template there, or you need to have an idea of what you want to say. You don't have to use one of the ones that I use, but I'll show you one that I have as an example. So you can take a look at this link, animal-lovers-co.myshopify.com/pages/FAQs. And this is a good example of a print-on-demand FAQ. But really the idea is just that you're pre-answering questions that you anticipate to happen a lot. The next thing that I noticed that we need are the 3 required pages. This is typically what you'd use the footer navigation for. So over here, you see this is an example of a footer navigation. We'd want to have terms of service, privacy policy, and refund policy. And you could actually auto-generate those. All you need to do is go to Settings, and then you go to, let's see, Legal. And then there's going to be a button over here where you just click Generate with Template. I've already done that. And you could edit things like the amount of days for your return policy and stuff like that, but you just need to generate them for each of these sections. And then you want to add them into your navigation. So like I said, you have a main menu and a footer menu. The footer is typically the spot where you're going to put things like return policy, terms of service, and what's the other one? And privacy policy, and they'll go right down here. You don't want to put those in the header navigation. The header navigation, again, is going to be Home, Catalog, Best Sellers, FAQs, and Contact Us. Okay, next on the list is upselling setup. Do you have an upselling setup here? I didn't notice the first time, but let's add a different product to cart. Upselling is definitely something that's super important that we definitely want to have set up here, and it's the idea that we're going to offer someone an extra product when they add a product to cart. So typically it's in the form of a pop-up, so we don't see it here. Sometimes you can see it on the checkout, but we didn't see it here either. So you want to take a look at this site, upsell.justincener.com, and there's plenty of different upsell apps out here. This is one of the cheaper ones, Upsell Kit. But what happens is when someone goes to add a product to cart, right? Let's say we go back over here, and we'll go over to the product page, and as soon as they press the Add to Cart button, a pop-up is going to open up. And it's going to say, okay, you just added the Make America Human Again shirt, and then you could either bundle other products with a discount, you could buy more of the same product with a discount, or you can just show them more products that you might think that they'll buy. And this is super valuable because it talks about the idea that this is a customer that's about to go to the checkout process, that's about to take out their credit card and pay you. You want to see if they can buy more than one product. And you'll typically see about 5 to 10% of people take the upsell offer. So it really makes sense to do it. I really think that every store should have an upsell. So I would definitely add this out there. This could be something that could be very powerful for the revenue side of your brand. Next on the list is email newsletter integration. I don't remember seeing this on the home page. I think what we're going to want to do is have a section. Oh no, we did have a section. Okay, get our deal ideal. So this is good. Good to go over here. I think this is the only change I'd make is we're going to change this button color to be purple, just like all of our other buttons. But that should happen automatically when you go into your theme panel and change the colors. So last but not least, we'll do the product descriptions. So this is going to replace, it's actually not going to replace all this. We're going to keep all this, but this is going to get pushed to the bottom. This is going to be section 3, and we're going to create a 3-section product description. So this could be at the bottom, and then on top of it, we're going to add 2 new sections. And the first section is going to be a story about the product. And this is going to be basically, not about the quality of it or the material, but it's more a story about how the customer is going to feel when they buy the product. And I think this is the best example I could show you over here at this site, aafnation.com. And they literally tell the customer how they're going to feel when they buy it. It says it can also be described. It also gives a feeling of true American badassery when you wear it. You put the shirt on and you're ready to Spartan kick any commie or triggered snowflake that gets in your way. So they're literally telling the customer, and they know, the type of customer that they have, right? So you need to, of course, understand who you're selling to, and then you tell them exactly how they're going to feel in this case when they wear this hat, right? You could say, every time you wear this hat out, you let everyone in the crowd know that you care more about we than me, or whatever your specific kind of unique selling proposition is to these people. Right? Every time you wear this hat, you'll be reminded that you're making America human again. And each product's going to have a different story, but you literally want to do as these guys did over here. You want to actually tell them how they're going to feel. Right? And it's not about that the shirt is soft or anything like that. It's about why they want to buy the shirt in the first place. Why would people like your brand? And then basically confirm that that's how they're going to feel in this first section. It could be about 2 or 3 sentences. Section 2, again, there's going to be 3 sections. This is the last section. Section 1 is the story, and Section 2 is going to be where we bring in some urgency. And you could rotate through sentences like this, but the idea is going to be something like, the Make America Human Again is a Live We exclusive, online only. You'll never find this in stores. Or you could say, the Make America Human Again hat is our hottest seller of the month. Limited print run. Once these are gone, we're not reproducing them. So there's a couple things that you can go in there, still add a little bit of urgency and scarcity, but it won't be as kind of scammy as having a countdown clock, which doesn't really work much for e-commerce anymore. So I think redoing the three-part product description is going to make a big difference. I also think upselling is going to make a really big difference here. Definitely building or growing a brand that's trustworthy with the color scheme update, with the logo update, with the navigation update. All these things are going to bring your trust level to a higher level, which is going to mean if you just continue to drive traffic, you should see sales happen at a better rate. So I think that's really, in terms of understanding if paid traffic or if the products are desirable or the perfect match for the targeting, I think you have a better chance of understanding that for sure. Once you make these changes, then you know that it's not the site that's the issue. So watch this video a couple times. I really hope it helps you make some money. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you real soon.